In this video you're going to hear me battle on despite having the worst case of man flu ever recorded. Hey guys, and welcome along to another video. If this is your first time here and you like watching all sorts of GT Sport related stuff, subscribe now and click the bell icon so you get notified of every video I upload and you don't miss a thing. Today's video is the next video in our quest to be the best series, following on from the beginner to winner series where I became an A+ ranked driver. This series follows my journey of pushing on and trying to book my ticket at the 2019 Gran Turismo World Tour. So make sure you stay tuned to the very end of the video to see how I get on and whether I get any closer to that goal. So let's get into it. As you can see, we're back with another Manufacturers Series race. We've got 9 laps around St. Cru in Group 3. And look where we've qualified. So we've got TRZ Senna there with a 209.1. And we're in second with a 209.7. We're in the Aston Martin, which I think is quite suited to this track, to be honest. But nonetheless, really happy with that qualifying, something we usually struggle with. So there's also somebody else that I'm going to give a shout out to. Lou Wazob, I see the ERT there. You can just see it anytime that you've got the channel logo or ERT on your car, you're going to get a shout out on the grid. So as I said, we've got 9 laps around St. Cru and we've qualified in second. So first things first, we've got to get off the line. So I'm going to flick it over to traction control. I'm going to put it on traction control number 1, watch the lights. I find that traction control 1 is the best thing for this. We're going to get a great run off the line. I think I'm going to get out in front, but then the Viper around the outside there is just going to absolutely get a stormer of a start. So I'm not going to challenge him into turn number 1. Which is going to compromise my exit speed slightly, and we're going to lose a place to TRZ Senna, but that's okay, we're down in third. As we've seen before, and has been kind of the theme, which I'm in support of, to be honest, of these whole championships, is damage has been on hard. So what that's doing is, while it can be painful at times, if you get smashed up by whoever, what it's going to do is slowly teach people how to become better drivers, or at least not initiate contact as much. As you can see there, the Viper has hit the wall coming into the left-hander, so we're going to overtake him now. Senna is absolutely off. I've noticed he's on medium tyres, but I'm not really worried about him at the moment. The main thing for me is I'm going to try and break the slipstream of the 2 guys behind. We've started on hards, and my strategy is going to be hards till maybe about lap 6 or 7, and then get ourselves onto those mediums. And there you go, as you can see behind, there's a prime example of how the hard damage is going to work. I bet you if there was no damage on, that guy behind would have been more inclined to chuck it up the inside. But now, especially with such a long track as this, where the pits are just a million miles away, people are extra cautious. It's just making for much cleaner racing. So to be honest, I don't know about you, let me know in the comments down below, but I am really in favour of hard damage. But going back and speaking about the track, this is definitely my favourite variation of St. Cru. I haven't done this before, but I've only done it a little bit. I love how wide and how sweeping it is. The corners flow really nicely. There's lots of blind entries, which I'm a fan of, so you've got to be brave. But all in all, great job Polyphony. They did really well with this. Really like it. Hope to see it in more and more daily races, or events in general, to be honest. So we're going to finish lap number 1 here, going to lap number 2. As you can see, TRZ Senna is absolutely off. He's going to be doing a 1-stopper, I anticipate, with his mediums coming in just about halfway. But the main aim for us, as I say, is to break this slipstream of the guys behind, because every time I get away through the corners, they just catch me straight up on the straight, and I just want to absolutely get rid of them. So we're going to fast forward here to lap number 4. I haven't really shown you much because we've just been circulating, to be honest. We've pulled out just under a second to the guys in third, and as you can see, TRZ Senna is going to come in for his pit stop. So he was on mediums as we thought, so he's going to go flying down the order for now, but I anticipate we will be seeing him later as he comes back through the pack. Now he's gone on a different strategy to us. The reason why I've gone for this strategy over the one stopper medium to medium, because you've got to stop earlier, it means that you're going to end up in the mid pack. I knew that most of the people were on hards, and I anticipated as well that most people were going to be on hards. So now TRZ Senna is going to be losing time stuck in between people who are basically on more worn tyres. There's lots of long straights on this that will negate that, but generally for me I think it's more dangerous and more time consuming to battle your way back through the pack on fresh tyres than just doing what I'm doing, longing out that first stint, getting yourself on mediums for the last 3 laps or so, and really getting after people. What you're also going to see is people doing a one stopper and coming in at the end of this lap, which is for me completely pointless, because you may as well have just been on the mediums, on the faster compound. Really make sure, guys, that you have a think about the strategy you're going to use, and if you've got time, do at least one practice race. But if you don't have time for that, then don't worry, I've got you covered. So I don't know if you've seen, but I did a live stream on Thursday night, I think it was, testing out something called FIA Practice and Chill. And what that's going to be is me essentially practicing for these FIA races, going from the very start of my process of 1, seeing what race it is, 2, checking out the fastest laps of the fastest guys so I can pick out my braking points, and then number 3 is we're going to do basically a mock race. So once I've learned the track for a very short amount of time, we're going to have a 10-minute qualifying in an open lobby just like this, in exactly the same format, and then we're going to have a race with exactly the same conditions. So any mistakes that I've got or anything I need to learn, I can do it in the practice rather than the real thing. So we're going to do that on a Thursday night in a preparation for Saturday's race, and we're also going to do it on a Sunday night in preparation for Wednesday's race. So every day following an FIA race, we're going to be doing an FIA practice and chill session. If you don't get the lobbies, that's fine. You can just hang out with us and chill as well. So really looking forward to that one, guys. Something new to the channel, so make sure you are primed and ready to go for those. But back to the race here, you would have seen some people have gone in, and I'm just going to run really wide on these worn tyres and basically just compromise. It was the worst place I could do it pretty much on this entire track. Compromise my exit speed the whole way down this massive long straight. Here's second and third there, so I'm going to go to the inside a little bit just to show them that I'm going to defend this. They're going to sit behind me, but I've lost so much time, which is so disappointing. There's TRZ Senna there. Oh, he's managed to pick up quite a few seconds of penalties there. I've got an SR botch myself, I'm not really sure why, but I bet you Senna has picked those up by making his way through the pack. I mean, it's worked out for him because he's in first, but it's going to be a real sort of hit and miss and a real risk if you're going to take that. So this is the strategy I'm going to use, and I'm going to come in at the end of this lap. I'm going to put on some mediums, and then we are going to get after it. So we're going to come in at the end of this lap, but keep your eye in the rear view mirror. Interestingly, both Halloween and Overwhelm don't come in. So we've put on our fresh set of mediums, and we've only got 3 laps to do them on, and we're only down in 4th. So what this means is I've just stayed ahead of Jim there in the Viper, who we knew from the start, and he's going to catch us on the straights, but watch, I'm hoping I'm just going to leave him in the corners because of my fresh rubber. There you go. So he can't just keep up with his either worn rubber or harder rubber, whatever it is. Either way, we've left him in the dust there because of our strategy. So as I say, we've got 3 laps now. We've got these mediums to last us, so we can abuse them as much as we want. but also I'm not really sure whether I agree with the no stopper here. There's no need for it at all. The pit entrance and exit is so short. I think you lose only about 7 or 8 seconds, and you're going to lose more than that by just trying to nurse your tyres round. So make sure you guys think about and consider the length of time it takes to make a pit stop when you're choosing your strategy. And we're going to put our strategy to good use, and I'm going to get my head down and get after this guy ahead. We got our head down and we rejoined the action about half a lap ahead, and as you can see I am marching right up to the back of this guy in third, and he himself is marching right up to the Merc in second. So I'm going to concentrate on getting a good run out of here, make sure I don't go on the grass again, and to be honest they're both going to be sitting ducks for us. So I'm going to go into the Merc slipstream, and then I'm going to follow the McLaren through, and then I'm going to try myself to put one on the McLaren and try and go. There we go. He's going to pull off there to get rid of, I presume, a penalty of some sort, but either way, no matter, we've overtaken them both, we've got fresher rubber than them both, and we're up into second. I think Senna is too far ahead, although he will have more worn tyres than us, and he's got a penalty, but I don't think, to be honest, as he was much quicker than us in qualifying, that we're going to have a shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and consolidate this second place and bring this one home. We're on the final lap now, and keep your eye on the guy behind us. As I come out of this corner, I just get on the loud pedal too early, get a big old power slide on, which is really going to compromise my exit speed, which I really didn't want anyway as he was in our slipstream, but it looks like we're going to be a sitting duck here for this McLaren. He's pulling alongside here, he's got the inside line, coming down into this fast left-hander here, and I don't know what happens. Do we slightly touch? Either way, I get slapped with a 5-second penalty. So, I mean, I didn't even see the black stuff come up in the bottom left. So what could I have done? Please let me know in the comment section down below what I could have done better in that situation. I'm not sure. I'm not going to harp on about it, but it looks like we're going to have to settle for third place now, which isn't a bad result, but I do want to know what your thoughts are on that incident, and whether this 5-second penalty is warranted, and whether there was anything I could have done differently in that situation to prevent it. So as we come into the latter third of the lap here, I'm not going to make a move on this guy. There's absolutely no point. I'm going to just try and stay as close to him as possible so that I can put enough of a gap between myself and the guy in fourth, and we can bring home this podium. So I'm going to come around the final corner here. For the last time, I'm going to try and spy the checkered flag. TRZ Senna comes home for the win. Just spotted. I'm going to brake, try and get rid of this penalty. I probably broke a little bit too early, but never mind. We come home to take what I think is a well-deserved and really quite decent result for us, third. So as our third is confirmed, let's have a look at how many championship points we got, and we actually come home to take the best result we've ever had, 1922. Well happy with that. Moving on to our driver rating, because of that great result, we've actually gone up to 53,723 points. So we're getting closer and closer and closer. Our max is, and our goal is 75,000. We're a long way off, but we're now getting deeper and deeper into A+, and we've just got to keep on pushing. But for now, guys, that is the end of the video. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks again so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.